Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So today is the ever so favourite video of completed pages, and this completed pages video is for June 2025. Seriously, that flew by and I didn't complete much. Although I do still have some that I've started and just haven't finished in time for the end of June, so I am actually going to show those at the end of the video as well. Yeah, because I only have I think it's 6 pages done, and the first one's going to be in this cute book that I just discovered. It is, let me just start, shall I? May as well. So this is, and you have to say this like you are pretending you are 3 years old, because it's Bunnies and Dragons. Okay, I'm sorry, I cannot say it any other way. Bunnies and Dragons. Because, you know, it's cute. And I may not be good at doing that voice, but I still have to say it like that. And this is illustrated by Heather Gross. And yeah, I have not heard of this illustrator before. This is not an Amazon book, but it is in the sort of cute and cozy sort of style. But it is a HarperCollins Publishers book, so it is good paper, and I got this from, oh my gosh, what's the shop called? Waterstones, here in the UK. I was out doing my birthday shopping and went into a Waterstones, and you have to just look to see if there's any books that are like new, don't you? So here I was, and I saw this and I was like, oh, I've not seen that before. And then I flipped through it and it's so cute. But I don't have any interest in those cute and cozy sort of books that are out. Mostly, I think, because there are so many of them and they're all on Amazon paper pretty much, aren't they? But I saw this, and this is good, decent paper, in my opinion. And I don't know, I feel like some of these images are like, whatchamacallit, sort of quick and easy. That's the one. And then some of them have more detail in, but I just love the fact that it's Bunnies and Dragons, you know, because I don't know, they make such a cute combination. There's one in here that's like my favourite, and we'll come across it in a minute, I think. But this one is like they're on a lazy river. These guys are on the lazy river, but then this guy up here is just flying off of the waterfall. Like, I don't know, I just feel like everything's all calm, and then bam, like there's always one in the group of friends. So yeah, and I'm kind of thinking of colouring this one next because it's very summery, and I did think of doing this page, but like I said, it's my favourite, and I don't always like to colour my favourite page first because then it's gone. But yes, this is a very, very cute book. And I have just sort of tested the paper out at the beginning, and it's, just a minute, I just saw it a minute ago. Nope. Did I go past it? It's like this, but without all the fruit around, and it's like the introduction page. It's got, here we are. I just sort of did this little introduction, and in the background there I have some KJ Designs by Macaron watercolour I've just sort of put on as little shiny hearts. I'm hoping, yes, you can see the sparkle, and I did 2 up here, and that is in the colour Bezel. Like, I love that colour. And then I also have some of her watercolours on the like fruits on the drinks, so they are shiny. And I used a base of these, let me just zoom in, saves me having to hold it, doesn't it? But the lighting isn't very good. I do find it harder to film when it's actually daylight outside, because I've been so used to setting my like light and everything up to go with like an evening setting, because I film in the evening, but now it doesn't get dark until like 9-10 o'clock, so yeah, it's very different. So it's not always the best situation, but I'm doing my best. But yes, so these are based with actual highlighters, except they are like a pastel tone highlighter. Trying to think where I have. Here they are. They were. I just show you a couple. They are Paper Place, and I did not get these for colouring, but I thought, I wonder what they'd look like just as a base. And so it's like a pack of 10 or something like that of these sort of, to me they're like, each colour has been mixed with a pale grey, so it's like sort of softened them up, giving them that smoky sort of littleness to them. But yeah, and so yeah, but yeah, that was only the base, and I just wanted to see if it would go through, and I can slightly see it, but not fully. But like I said, I just felt like testing them out. I don't actually plan to ever use them again in a colouring book, so, but because it was used on here, I thought I would mention it. And then on top I got the, oh my gosh, let me get the name right here, Castle Arts Harmonious set of pencils. Yes, that is right. And that is one reason why I wanted a base of those highlighters, because those colours quite match a lot of the colours. As you can see, these are sort of, well, I have used like a grey and a white to blend each colour, but they sort of have that sort of muted tone to them already. But yeah, I am waffling a little bit. Sorry about that, but it's only a little image, but sort of a lot of different things went into it. But I really liked the process of colouring that. It was fun, and it's not my sort of normal situation, is it? But I loved it, and I showed it to my mum, and she thought that it came in the book already coloured, so I was like, oh, thank you. No, I coloured it, but yay, it looks like it belongs. And yeah, for her to say that, normally the comments I get out of my family members for my colouring pages is, oh, that's nice. So to have something different was quite nice, actually. Yeah, that was nice. I mean, they don't ever say anything horrible, but you kind of know that they're not interested, so yeah, most of the time I just don't show them. It makes life easier. So that was the ever so cute Bunnies and Dragons colouring book. Magical Kingdom Cozy Colouring by Heather Gross. And I will just show you the ISBN again, just in case you want to search for it, because like I said, I don't know where this is available other than Waterstones in the UK, but I'm pretty much sure a lot of stuff's on Amazon, right? But yeah, maybe, I don't know, have a quick search. I might have a little search as well. Right, because you never know, they might have some more books, but that is a 2025 release, so pretty new. Next up, I am going to show you two pictures. They are both of the same illustration, but yeah, I accidentally printed it twice. So these are illustrations by Nashi Manga. You can find her as Nashi Manga on Instagram. Oh, I need to zoom out again. Let's go. Okie dokie. Yes, Nashi Manga on Instagram. You can find her, and then from there you can find like links and stuff. And yeah, so this is a Patreon reward, and when I download the illustrations to colour, I like put it in a folder and then I copy it to another folder called print, which is where I put everything that I want to print, and then I like use my printer connected to my phone and whatnot. And when I've printed an image, I then delete it from the print folder, and then the next time I print what's now in the print folder, if that makes sense. And I feel like I must have forgot to delete this after I printed it the first time. So when I printed it the second time, I went to put it in my PDF folder and I was like, why do I already have this in here? Like, how stupid can I be? And you know what? Once I saw it again, I remembered, oh my gosh, I really liked this. And I was like, oh my god, how did I forget that I had already printed it? So what I decided to do was just colour it twice at the same time, because the chances of me coming back and colouring it later on are actually less than doing it at the same time. I know that sounds a bit weird, but I decided I would colour it both together and just use different colours to see how she looks with different colours, basically. So each of these have a alcohol marker base. I believe it was the Faber-Castell sketch markers. Yeah, that's what they're called. I don't know why I was about to say catch markers, and that's like, that don't make sense. My brain, I swear this heat in the UK has like killed off my final brain cells, and I'm just like running on fumes. And yeah, see, I can't even finish this sentence properly. It's not good, is it? It's not good. But luckily the weather has cooled down a bit. It still is hot, but it's now at a bearable temperature and less humidity. So I'm hoping it stays this way, because at the moment it's actually quite nice. So yes, alcohol marker base for both of these, and then Black Widow pencils on both of them. I've used the same stuff on both pages, just different colours of it. And then Posca pen in white, which I have used in many places. The main thing on this that took me the most time, because I spent most of the month colouring these two, was the flowers. Yeah, I knew it when I started it that they would be sort of my downfall, but I like how they look. But I take so long, because I colour one and then I'm like, do I have to colour the rest? Do I really have to? And then I'm like, yes, I have to colour them. So yeah, so I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but the flowers are actually a slightly different tone than her wings, and a slightly different tone to these. Like if I hold it up closer, you can tell that this leaf is more of a bluey grey. This was more of a purple grey, and this was a grey, so like a black grey. But yeah, it's hard to tell when you're not actually looking at it in person. Like, I don't know if your camera or phone is like this as well, but if it sees so many shades of the same colour, it picks up a lot of them as the same shade. And sometimes that's really annoying, because I'm like, there's 3 shades in there, but it's picking it up at 1. And it's like, how am I supposed to explain to people? But yes, luckily you can kind of see that on there. But yeah, I really love the glow that I got on her skin. And yeah, I did this as a video as well, of how I colour skin on top of a marker base. And I did mention in that video that I will be doing more videos on how I colour skin, and this might be the good time to actually share. I plan to do one in this book as a video, and I want it to be this troll girl, and I want to try and do that green undertone skin that I did in another page, and somebody had asked me how I do that, and then I couldn't remember how I did it, because like if you've watched any of my colouring videos, you realise that I never really have set colours. I just pick out what I want and sort of work with it as I go. But I'm trying to show what I do, just in case somebody ends up liking anything and wanting to try it, or if I think, oh, I want to do that again, and you know me, I'm never going to remember the pencils that I used. So I thought that troll girl will be quite fitting for the greens. So that is sort of in the plans for July, but July for me is going to be quite a lot focused on Colour in Heaven, because it is their 10th anniversary of the magazine. So this was of Nashi Manga's Patreon rewards. Oh, and I printed it on the Nina paper. Oh, and I forgot to say, when you get the rewards, you also get to print off a print, basically, of the actual illustration, and this is this one. So if I just get these, I followed the shading. Let me just bring this across a bit so you can actually see. I sort of followed the shading that she's used, but used different colours, and it does help a lot, especially in like clothes where you can't always tell where the shading should be. So yes, that was very helpful, and I need to colour more of her pages because I actually have quite a lot. But I look at them and I know it's silly, I don't want to ruin them, even though I can just print it off again. But for some reason my brain doesn't work that way. It's like, you've printed it once, that's enough for now. I don't know, is anybody else like that? Okay, next up is going to be from Carla Magana's Macaron sketchbook. I'm going to zoom in again. I really should like have a size order. But yes, so this is the Macaron sketchbook, and in this one I just decided to finish off the pages from last month that I didn't get done on my holiday. So first up, I did not flag these ones because I don't know why. My flags normally say what I've used on them, but these illustrations, here's the first one. So this girly is done, and in this book so far, well, on the pages that I'm about to show you anyway. So it's got those Faber-Castell sketch markers as a base, and then the Posca pencils on top of that, and then Posca pen. So the Posca pen, I've used dots because she had this pattern on one shoulder, so I put it on both, and I gave her some little freckles because I thought that was cute. And I don't know, I like that. Like, there's something simple about it that I like. I either go simple with a little bit of detail, or over the top detail that takes me forever. And you will see on one of my whips, I am making it very difficult for myself. But anyway, on to the next one in here. That one is from before. This is the other one that I did, and I still get slight resemblance from the character Fear Queen from the TV series Arrow. I don't know, I think it's the hair and the sort of, like, I don't know, it's got sort of her shape, if that makes sense. And like the little bit of attitude I feel like I can see within her as well. So yeah, I don't know, it's probably just me. And I used some stickles on this. I can't remember what colour I used, I do apologise, but I also did it on her eye makeup because I thought she needs a little bit of glam. And I need to do more eye makeup because I start off thinking about it and then I'm like, oh, I forgot. And then like it's too late, the layers are already down and then it's hard to go on top with pencil. But this one, I thought, when I was adding the glitter, I thought that would look nice on her eyes. So that's what I did. And yeah, I don't know, I just wanted her to have a red sparkly dress. So that is the 2 pages I have done in here. I am really happy with everything I've coloured in here so far, which is very rare considering I've coloured a few pages in here now. And it's a relatively new book to me. I think this is one of her older books. Does that have a date on it? Oh, copyright 2019. But yes, this is available on Amazon. But I find the books for Carla Magana, the Amazon paper, I don't know, it feels of a better quality. I don't know. I like colouring on her paper anyway. Yeah, I can't say that about every Amazon book that I own. Some do not get coloured in as much. But yes, I do like this Macaron sketchbook. And I do love Carla's sketchy style. And I do plan to colour in her new book. We just did it. This one. Luni Soleil. I'm thinking that's how you say it. Let me zoom out again. The next book's A4 anyway. Oh, sorry about the shaking. But yeah, I had to get this because it's like of the sun and the moon. And I love things that are based on... Mostly I love things that are based on the moon. But you gotta love the sun when pages have the sun in. And this book is stunning. Like there's simplicity and then there's full body and then like this. Think about what you could put in the backgrounds of these. Like some I wouldn't add a background. Like I would just fill in. That one is really cool. I do like that. I'm going to want to colour everything though. But yeah, look at them. They are awesome. But I haven't done anything yet because I was finishing off the Macaron's sketchbook pages that I did. But yeah. And I always love the fact that when you look at her pages, you never have to do one specific thing. You can do whatever you want. I never feel like I'm tied to doing just one thing. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to colouring in that, hopefully this month. That is July. It is already July. I'm a bit late filming this, but this is the time I had to do it. So, last completed page is in the Colour in Heaven collection shop fronts. And this is by Bernardo Amin. And I coloured the plant shop. And this, I really like how it turned out. Was it a labour of love? A little bit, but not as hard as I originally anticipated at the same time. So I've used an alcohol marker base and then gone on top with Black Widow pencils. And that is all I've used. I have not gone for my normal Posca pen detailing anywhere. Like I wanted to just use what I had and try not to use that Posca pen because sometimes it's like, what do they call it? Like it just saves the day all the time and I wanted to try and not have to use it. Don't worry, that phase is way over. I'm just using it wherever I want. But yeah. Yeah, to start with, I wasn't sure about getting this book because when I look at it, it's not exactly what I would normally colour. But then I remembered how much I want to get better at colouring glass. And these are all windows, which are glass. So, and I figured there's many ways you could colour glass. And I thought I would try it out on this, and I tried to make it so you can see in, but it's not completely visible. Like the shop would have that sort of tint to it, and in this case a blue tint, and then I added some green in because I thought you might get a little bit of reflection from the plants, as it is a plant shop. And the major thing for me was I wanted it to be pink. Like, I wanted the shop front to be pink. Like, I thought it would stand out with the greens. And then, but I wanted to keep the stonework a natural colour because I thought that would be, the sort of stonework would be the whole street. But then the shop fronts is where they all have their individuality. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and my favourite page in this book is, if I can find it, I do love this one of the pizzeria, but I also love this bookstore. Just for the fact that I'm going to get to do a window with the light from the lamp, and I want it to be like an evening scene. So you'd have the little light from there, and then I think the shop would actually be closed, but I'm not sure yet. I might make it open, but you'd even have, actually it's going to be open, let's think about it. How cozy would it be just having a bookshop? You could just go in and like chill out in the evening with like small number of people in there because it's only a small shop. I'm saying this as if I read. I do not read. I'm very much a wait till the movie comes out, but I do have my times where I'm like, I really need to read the next book in this chapter because it never came out as a film, and I'm like, maybe I need Audible or one of those audiobook like situations, because maybe listening to it I could get through it. But I find when I'm reading it, I read all the sort of details, and then as I'm picturing it in my brain, I get lost in it, and then I forget where I am in the book, and I tend to end up making stuff up on my own, and then I read the book and it, like, that's not what happened. Yeah, my brain is very woohoo. Yeah, so difficult to get through actual books when reading it. Oh, and another thing is, like, when you read the names of things in books and you don't know how to pronounce it, and then it like comes out as a movie and you're like, was that how it was really supposed to be said? Because I know people that didn't know Hermione was said as Hermione. But yeah, so there's many names out there that very because you want to say it right, don't you? Like anybody's name, you'd want to say it right, but you can't always. So yes, this was Shop Front by Bernardo Amin, and I am very waffly today. I don't know why. I think it's because I've only got 6 pages and I don't want this video to be 10 minutes long. So now I'm going to show you the 2 whips that I still have ongoing from the month of June that I plan to finish in July. So the first one is from Manga Art, a colouring book, and this is, let me see, where's the information? Right, so artist information is here. I don't know who has done this page specifically, but at the moment I have used Black Widow pencils and a Posca pen, and I love it, and I'm terrified of doing any more to it because of how much I love that sky. Like, those Black Widows on this paper have worked fantastically in my opinion. and the colours, they just blended together like it was so easy. So far I looked up on Pinterest magical skies, and then I found one that had blues and pinks in it, and I was like, I'm gonna do something like that. Obviously it's not exactly like that. I can't draw a sky like somebody would on a like digital drawing platform, but yeah, with my pencils this is the best I could do, and I think this is my favourite sky in a very, very long time. And I like colouring skies a lot. I just like, yeah. So at the moment I'm thinking of colours for the rest of it. It is going to be very difficult to pick a colour for the dragon, but it's the dragon that I want to colour next, because I feel like if I've done the dragon, then I can know her better. And then if I've done her, then I know what sort of colours to avoid for the butterflies, because to start with I was going to go for the sort of monarch style orange and black, but I'm not sure if I want the dragon to be a goldeny orange. This is actually on the back, but I do not want to use those colours. I don't know, because it doesn't fit in with what I've used so far. And like obviously this isn't my style of colouring, but yeah, I do like the white mane though, the white and grey. I believe these are based off of like characters. I actually thought I had already coloured in this book. I picked it up thinking, oh, I'll colour another page, and because I keep my non-coloured in books all together, and this was with the rest of my books, and I'm like, how did it end up on that shelf with them when I haven't coloured in it? But yeah, and I randomly flicked to this one, but as you can see, this is obviously based off of Tomb Raider, right? Like, that is Tomb Raider to me, and I love Tomb Raider. Like, as a kid, like that was one of the games. My main game was like Final Fantasy and Pokemon, but Tomb Raider was closely behind. And oh my gosh, look how cute that is. I can't remember what this is based off of, but I recognise these. Although you get some things that look like that in a few things, so I'm probably wrong anyway. I love that. But yes, anyway, I will stop flicking through. So yeah, that is what I've done on that so far. The manga art colouring book, and if anybody wants to see the ISBN, I can't even remember where I bought this from. I think it was from a shop in town, because I also have this one. But I don't know if I ordered it on Amazon or if I got it in the shop. When you buy these books, are you really remembering every single place you got them? Okay, and the last but not least page that I am working on is in Pop Manga Beauties and Beasties colouring book by Camilla de Erico. And this is actually a buddy colour. My buddy has actually finished theirs. I am still working on mine. And this is what I mean by I have definitely made... Oh my gosh. Sorry. I have definitely made things difficult for myself. This started off as just the frog and the boy with the crowns all over the background. And I'm like, he needs scenery. That was my first thought when we decided on this page. And I figured there needs to be water. I haven't done the water yet. It's like, I'm imagining like a stream, small stream running through a forest. And there's a little stone bridge here. And I added a little bush because I was like, why is there no plant life in here? I've just done like the edges and the trees. And obviously in a forest you're going to have random little things, but I could only bring myself to do one. Like, yeah, that was it. And that's so far all done with acrylic paint. And yeah, just acrylic paint of various brands. Mostly it is the Arteza acrylic paint tubes. Like, I haven't used them in ages and they're just sat there. But I also have a few different colours from different brands, which I cannot remember. But yes, when that's finished, I can always go into more detail of what I've used. But yeah, I really don't want to ruin it, because honestly, I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, how did I do this? This was actually done by me. Do you ever feel like that about a page? Because I'm getting that from this and it terrifies me to carry on. So wish me luck. Anyway, so that is from Pop Manga Beauties and Beasties by Camilla de Erico. And that is my last page of the month to share. Ooh, can I just show you something I got? Like, I don't do haul videos really, so I'll just add it here. And I got some Renaissance watercolours. And look at them. Look at, like, obviously the camera is not going to do this justice at all. Like, anyway, these are, let me try and lift the light up. It will shake. Oh, that might be better. I think that's the best it's going to get, but yeah, this is the 2024 Advent Sweets Collection. And you have Gumdrop, Humbug, Squashy, Marshmallow, Percy, Lolly, Palm Violet and Sugar Plum. But look at those colours. I like the colour sort of shifty shimmer. I could look at them all day if I'm honest with you. But yes. And she even sent a little sample of gold, which is really helpful. I do really like it. Like how thoughtful some of the Etsy sellers are. Like, obviously they give you a little sample and it's going to make you want to go back and buy more, let's face it. Obviously, but these are quite expensive. I did get them after my birthday, so yes, I will be saving for some more because it was hard to choose that set. I just put it that way because I was looking through her paints after hearing from so many other colourists that they use the paints, and I was like, I need to go and look. And then I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. you know, there is not a bad colour on that page to look at. So that's not helpful when you don't have any of them. But I feel like I'll slowly get a little collection going. The same goes for the KJ Design by Karen ones. I do slowly keep buying some colours, but I haven't. This time around I thought I would try out the Renaissance ones, so look forward to seeing them on a page soon, because I'll need to be testing those colours out on a colouring page. So thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. Until next time, happy colouring. Hope you're all doing okay, and I shall see you next time. Bye.